frustrating for the Lakers. The free throws. This was one of the best moves I've seen all season.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly back with another video. Yes, son. Today, we're going to talk about no other than Isaac Ice Okoro and why this is the most important offseason that he has ever experienced so far in his entire NBA career. But before we get into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed to the channel, share it to somebody who ain't subscribed, because with y'all, I know I can get there. And when y'all are done with that, I need you to hover over to that like button and smash that too, so we can tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world. But with all that being said, though, we gotta jump into this conversation and ask yourself why this is one of the most important offseasons for Isaac Okoro and what he must do this offseason to really help the Cleveland Cavaliers push this year in the NBA playoffs. Now, anybody watching the Cleveland Cavaliers, you know that Isaac Okoro's biggest weakness was his ability to not shoot threes, right? We know every time we turn on the TV, we would see Isaac Okoro wide open in the corner, and you just hear oink, this oink, and poink, this brick after brick after brick, right? Now, what made Isaac Okoro so special is that he is going to guard anybody. He's a dog. He's never going to get up, and he's always going to get easy points. He's going to get those easy 2-pointers. He's always going to be in there. He's going to be aggressive, and he's always going to stay energized, right? He's a dog, right? We love Isaac Okoro. I love him, but we must understand what he doesn't do. And it's unfortunate because how we play Isaac Okoro, he's going to have to shoot some threes, right? Now, grant you, this season was his best statistical three-point shooting year, right? He shot 36% from three, 36.3 if you want to be exact, but he shot a percent 0.3 better than last season, which is great improvement, especially when you look at his first season. He only shot 29% from three, right? We know Isaac Okoro has came a long way, and he's going to get even better, right? You look at his stats, and you say, hey, he's averaging 6.4 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1 assist, 49.4% field goal percentage. You say, all right, that's what I like. But we got to get him to improve. And especially when you look at the numbers, yes, statistically, he has improved. 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, but when you get a little deeper, you realize he's averaging less rebounds, which could be a part because we have more length. We have more young guys boxing out for rebounds. He's getting less steals than he has the last season off of a decimal, a tenth of a decimal, right? He's averaging less points, which you can argue is because he has more talent, right? You got Don, he's demanding the ball. He's taking away some of those touches. But then you look at his minutes and you say he's getting less minutes. Now, you can argue that too, right? We got a deeper roster than what we had last season, and that's mainly because we got Don and we got Rubio back, and we got a lot of talent on our roster, and we had to juggle minutes. And Cleveland Cavaliers is historically, especially this past season, known for literally juggling a lot of different rotations and lineups throughout the course of the game, right? We all understand that. But you take these stats from how I'm looking at it and say, all right, you're getting less minutes, you're getting less shots, but you're not impacting the game the same way as what you was doing last season. Now, his field goal percentage says otherwise. But when you look in the context and say, all right, if he might have shot one more shot like he did last season, because he was averaging, 3 to 6 shots a game, right? And his field goal percentage was down, and especially when that's pretty drastic for an NBA player, and you only went up 1%. You know what I mean? Because we are going to need Isaac Okoro because he's getting wide open threes in the corner, especially in the playoff. And before we jump into the playoff, I really kind of want to double down on the regular season, because you look at Isaac Okoro, he is an impactful player for the regular season. He's the one that gets us energy from point A to point Z through the season and make sure our guys stay motivated enough to want to be consistent to make sure we can get in the playoff and not a play-in, because this past playoff, this was refreshing not to have to battle in the play-in when we knew we deserved to get in. So then you look at what he does and you say, all right, you see potential, and then you have to start looking at what he does in the playoffs. And if you're liking the video so far, I need you to smash that like button. I need you to go to that like button, that heart, that thumbs up, whatever, and I need you to smash it so we can get this YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world, because a lot of people too want to know why Isaac Okoro needs to improve and why this offseason is going to be impactful, because we talked about that regular season. Now we're going to have to talk about the postseason to explain why this season, this offseason will be a must, a mandatory for Isaac Okoro to approve. But don't forget to smash that like button. But like I said, right, we got to talk about Isaac Okoro in the playoffs now, right? We got to talk about another reason why this offseason is important for Isaac Okoro. Why is it important? Because when you look at his stat line, he's averaging 6 points, had 100% field goal percentage. Grant you, he wasn't getting a lot of free throws, right? But he shot worse from three. He shot 30.8% from three, right? He dropped significantly, right? That's like 4 or 5% that he dropped just in the postseason, right? And you say, why was this percentage so drastic? Why did it swing? In the playoffs, you have coaches that can game plan for you for 7 games. And because of that, now the defense is really going to be tuned in on your weaknesses to make sure they have an advantage. And this is why, another reason why, Isaac Okoro, he has to take this offseason serious, because Isaac Okoro played immaculate defense, right? He did everything he could do to slow down Jalen Brunson. Grant you, a lot of fouls should have been swung a different way, whatever. Well, how are we going to debate that? But still, the way they got Isaac Okoro to get off Jalen Brunson was on the other end, on the opposite end, to leave him open. And because they left him open, and because he was missing so many threes, and because he was thinking about it so many different times, JB Bickerstaff had to make the decision to get him out of the game. And because of that, now players gotta guard Jalen Brunson, and unfortunately, we wasn't able to, right? We was getting killed by Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and it was a headache. It was crazy, right? And this is one of the many reasons why Isaac Okoro has to make sure this offseason is impactful. He has to be in the gym shooting threes. He has to be a catch and shoot, because ultimately we need Isaac Okoro to be a better version of Danny Green, which is why Danny Green, since we have him on the roster, should be shadowing. Well, Isaac Okoro should be shadowing Danny Green. He must, because essentially this is what we need him to be. We need him to guard some of the best offensive talents, but at the same time, we need you to knock down those wide open threes, because you're going to get a lot of them because of how much they have to draw for Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley when they crash the paint. They have to, and you're going to be open. We've seen the whole series, he was open, and it was nothing they can do, but he wasn't making those attempts. And this is why I think this offseason is going to be a mandatory must for him to improve. So down in the comments below, let me know how y'all feel about Isaac Okoro, and what do you think Isaac Okoro must improve on in order for the Cleveland Cavaliers to take their talents to the next level.
That's Atlantis with that money.